and because it's 2010s, we don't need to check tyres because it's only wets or dries. As Broken Reptiles left the session already, so absolute scenes here already. And why do we only have 19? I know Broken Reptile,
Broken Reptile left.
but he should be
Yeah.
still in. He should be still the 20th driver though.
Strange scenes.
This is going fantastic already. Hopefully he can get back here. He might just have to start at the back. As championship wise, as we wait for drivers to go around the track, we got BRL Jared in first in the Ferrari on 68 points. Second is New Zealand Ryan after a controversial race last week between him and I can't remember who it was, but he finished in P7 on 33 points. Poms for the win 87, he is in third on 33 points. So him and New Zealand Ryan are equal on points, with Mitchie in fourth on 25 points. Penske's in fifth on 23 points. AOR Charlie, Mr. AOR himself, is in sixth on 18 points. Banter is in seventh, also on 18 points. Alan Hugo is in eighth on 14 points. Maxmate is in ninth, also on 14 points. Formula Fish is in 10th on 12 points. Savoury Mince Pie is in 11th. Zombie 12th. Conrad 13th. X-Dill 14th. Benny F1 is 15th. VSR Roscoe Arm is in 16th. Panic 75 in 17th. I'm Death Bro in 18th. RBHR Edge in 19th. And Broken Reptile in last place. Oh, and someone's already crashed at the start line. Don't know who it is.
So Death will be the first person to cross the line.
Alrighty. If Withers wants to know if reptile stuff can I get in? Well, I don't know. You might have
Reptile's
to ask
back in the
chat.
session.
Okay, so Reptile somehow got back into the session, so that's at least good news. At least we'll still have a full grid. As I'm Death Bros coming on the back straight on the non-DRS straight, because no DRS has happened in 2010. Hopefully the screen is okay, the video quality is okay. Bit of lag stuff there. Hopefully it won't be as bad as what it was last week. As Death Bro goes to the top with a 12-8. Sorry.
It's alright.
And Mitch is invalidated.
Savoury. Invalidated.
Same with Zombie. Same with Dill. Same with Panish.
On
Same
board
with
with
Berserk.
Poms coming through the final chicane. No, nope, coming into the pit lane. Forest Elbow to the final chicane.
Roscoe's in P2 with a 14-4.
Forest Elbow goes to P2 with a 13.7.
Mitch is invalidated. Same with Jared. Yellow Flag Sector 1. Oh. I think. Yeah. Berserk gets a 5-place grid penalty. I think Forest Elbow might
What's
be getting
happened
one
there?
himself. I think there was a bit of an incident between them both. Yellow Flag Sector 3 at the final chicane. It was Death Bro. Charlie goes to the top with a 12-101. Savoury Mince Pie is in P2 with a 12-2, just over a 10th behind Mr. AOI himself. Mitch is coming back
DRC
into
Jared
the pit lane.
coming across the line now.
Oh, but he's
What does he
invalidated.
do?
Actually,
Doesn't it
might
usually
bring him.
come up red on the map?
Yeah, it was red on my end.
It wasn't on mine.
You got like go to the short track map and then put it back to full track map to see it. It
Oh, okay.
becomes weird like that.
So is there
Why
anyone
is what?
doing a lap? Well, Penske crossed the line. 1:13.5.
So times are coming thick and fast when they are, because nice track limits. Did you watch the 2010 Canadian Grand Prix, Matt? As we wait for other drivers to set laps.
No, I did not actually. We covered this
I mean,
topic in Australia.
well, I
I'm
thought you
only a
might have
recent Formula One fan.
done. Well,
I've seen pictures of it.
I did watch it, but I can't remember what exactly happened in it. I think
Was it the rainy one?
No, that was 2011.
Uh,
Joe goes into P3
Same
with
thing.
a 12.5. I mean, you ain't wrong.
Okay, Penske will be coming in at the end of this lap because he has a flashing red fuel light.
Oh, Ryan's invalidated,
Nope.
so he's still
Okay,
at
he's
19.
finishing this lap. Alright, Penske, what do you do? Do you go faster? By a tenth, he improves. Sector 3,
Cut.
yellow flag.
Yeah, it was Formula Fish. And X-Steel on that lap. Fish was on that lap, but he got invalidated somewhere. And Reptile is back. Yes, we know that now with us.
Alan Hugo coming through the final chicane. He's invalidated his lap though, so it will not matter.
Where's Poms? He's on the back straight. Yellow flag, sector 3 is at the hairpin again. Poms coming through the final chicane to the pit straight. Goes P4 with a 12.7 to 7. Who else is coming? Who was that? That's Panish. He's about to start a lap. Ryan's invalidated again. Oh, Top Banter's gone for a spin. He's facing the wrong way. He's got at least to get. At least he has some time to swing around and does so very nicely. Oh, Zombie spun it as well at turn 1 and 2. Well, that's just great for Zombie.
Formula Fish coming around the final corner, very sideways. He goes P5.
Goes P5. I was on board with Mitchie. He went purple first sector, but you can't really take into account about that. But here comes Mitchie. Middle sector's purple as well, so Mitchie could be on for a flyer here. As who was that? I think Poms moved up to P3 with a 12.343. Just under a tenth behind Savory. He's doing an outlap at the moment. We're on board with Mitchie 950. Goes through the wall of champions very nicely indeed. Run up to the line. Yellow flags everywhere, but here comes Mitchie. P3 with a 12.324. So just ahead of Poms for the win 87 here. And here comes Charlie. I think he might be coming in though. Yeah, Charlie is definitely coming in. Let's go on.
Boy, stop cutting! There's so many red laps.
I'm on board with Max, mate. He hasn't got a red thing yet on my end.
Nor
Coming around the
does
final corner.
Zerk, who's about to cross the line.
Yeah, he comes Max, mate, into P5 with a 12.398. Let's see, we got
It didn't say he was invalidated on my screen.
So the
Where's
next goes
Zerk?
back in. Just done the first sector time split. Done a 20.3 in the first sector.
Panache across the line, which is invalidated.
But there's a McLaren behind Master Berserk. Oh, that's a big corner cut from Mr. Berserk there. Oh, it's not great. Who is that McLaren? It is Max, mate. He's gone for another lap. He got a massive toe from Master Berserk. But Berserk does have not Berserk. Max, mate does have that fuel light on, so he might be coming in actually. No,
Just keeping an eye on Roscoe here. As he comes into the hairpin.
Max goes pole with a 12.0. What a lap! That helped from that slipstream. We're on VSR Roscoe right now on the back straight. Yellow flag sector 3. I think that's a McLaren trying to get out of the way. Deathbro is in the P3 with a 12.2. Here comes Ross. Gets a clean exit off the Wall of Champions. Here he goes. Here comes Ross. He goes into P9 with a 13.1. Who is close? Who was that? That was...
We have Forest Elbow coming in down the back straight. Coming into the Wall of Champions now. He's invalidated. Yep. It almost ended up in the Wall of Champions.
Ryan goes purple first sector, but I mean, it could be true, might not be true. I don't know, because nice Codemasters. Comes Ryan at the hairpin. These yellow flags. There might be someone moving out of the way.
Formula Fish approaching the line. Does he improve?
He's on an outlap. No, Fish was on an outlap. Yeah. But here comes his yellow Ryan through the Wall of Champions.
Yeah, don't worry. There's
some wing on the track there. And here comes his yellow Ryan into P7 with a 12.550. Poms to the win 87. He stood at a lap now. Here comes Zombie. No, Zombie's done a invalidation so with X still. That was Top Banter's doing a lap. So we got about 5 minutes, Matt. Who is your man for pole position here tonight?
Oh, that's a tough decision.
Will it be Max or will someone knock him off?
Well, I'm gonna say Death for pole.
Death Bro for pole. Ooh, interesting. So Max Mate will be knocked off his perch according to Is That Matt. Top Banner goes purple middle sector, but as I said before, you can't really trust the game telling you if it is or isn't. So Top Banner on the back straight, full throttle, up to 7 gears, flying towards that
He's on an outlap, but start his lap.
Final chicane. Oh, he gets an invalidation lap as well. He would have done a 12.117. That would have put him 4th behind Death Bro.
Alan Hugo coming down the back straight. He's weaving now.
Nah, he bailed into the pit lane. We got X still at the final hairpin. Comes X still down the back straight towards the final chicane in the Wall of Champions, and X still comes in. And Rain is in the chat. Thanks, Rain, for joining. Here comes Panish, 75, down the back straight. towards the final corner. Final chicane and the Wall of Champions. Gets a clean exit.
Ooh. I don't call that clean. It might have just been lag though.
And Panish goes into P12 with a purple final sector apparently, so yeah. And Savoury Mince Pie, one of the greatest gamer tags of all time, has invalidated again. He might just have enough time to get back, put on another set of tyres and go again. As we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
no,
7,
Savoury's going to go for another lap.
9 cars on track on outlaps, and we've got 1, 2, 3. We've got 5 cars in the pit, 7 cars in the pit lane.
See what Savoury Mince Pie can do here.
As Hugo has retired from the session, starting in P17.
His lap,
and that's just fantastic. It's Panish on the back straight. I think he'll be coming in. He's not exactly setting the world on fire at the moment. Berserk's already invalidated his lap time. Where's Charlie's there? Max Mate's right there. Who's that? That's Pons for the win doing an outlap. Same with Ryan.
Does Savoury go for another lap here? I assume he will.
If he's got the fuel.
There's no fuel light on yet, so I don't see why not.
Oh, well, Savoury's going out for another lap here, ladies and gentlemen. So we need to find out who else is about to do a lap.
Death's
Ben
just
is still
started
in the
his
pit
lap.
lane.
What?
Yep. Formula Fish is about to start his as well. Forest Elbow's gonna retire because he invalidated again. Same with Berserk. We've got 45 seconds, and I'm gonna say Charlie's gonna get that pole at the death. No, he just crashed. So that's just fantastic. Thanks, Charlie.
Commentator curse.
Thanks. That's just fantastic. As Berserk
I'm
has
currently
now
on board
retired.
with. I'm Deathbro coming into the final hairpin, and he's got a purple middle sector. So.
Pons for the win goes P3, but he has enough time to go for another lap. Charlie is now retired from the session, and yet that just daggers me, Charlie. Thanks. Jared's retired. He's in P9. He needs Banter, Dill, Zombie, Ross, and Penske to improve.
Death's just invalidated on his.
Yep. Would have been 11.8.
It was an 11.8. Oh.
Yeah, that would have put him on pole. Mitchy's retired.
Savoury's just planted it in the wall in the pit lane.
There's also a crash.
Or was that Mitchy? I think it was Mitchy actually.
Roscoe's retired, so Penske, where will Penske go?
Invalidated.
Oh, Penske! Yeah, Penske's out.
Where's Ryan? Back straight. Approaching the Wall of Champions.
Oh, Ryan's invalidated. So
he has to.
So here comes Zombie. Zombie's the last one to improve. If he improves, Penske will absolutely love him again because he'll start P11 on fresher tyres. Here comes Zombie. 10, 11, 12, 0 goes P2. It was so close between him and Max. Just waiting on Poms to retire. But there we go, Max Mate 990 is on pole here tonight. I think that's like our 4th different pole setter of the season, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Max is a 4th different pole setter. As Max Mate is on pole, followed by Zombie, it's very, very close. Even Charlie, top 3, just separated just by half a tenth, with Poms for the win 70 in 4th, Deathbro in 5th, Savoury Mince Pie in 6th, Mitchy is in 7th, Fish in 8th, New Zealand Ryan in 9th. Disappointing for the Kiwi man. Jared, our championship leader, is in P10 with Penske in 11th, Dill 12th, Roscoe 13th, Panish 15th, Forest Elbow 15th, Berserk 16th, Alan Hugo 17th, Banter 18th, Benny F1 in 19th, with Broken Reptile in 20th. So that's qualifying done here, ladies and gentlemen. Exciting, very close between the top three, separated but just by over half a tenth. Well, yeah, just over.
It's a dry race.
Yes, it is a dry race. So as we wait for the drivers to set up their strategies, Matt, who is your race winner and surprise podium here tonight?
Well, if we're gonna go crazy like we usually do, race winner, I'm gonna stick with my qualifying and say Death. Surprise podium, Mitchie.
Ooh, interesting. So, I am going to say... Oh, we don't need that anymore.
Oh, someone's cutting the first chicane.
That'd be Mitchie. I'm going to say... Because this is really a McLaren track because of the engine.
I didn't think about that.
The Death Bros in the Ferrari.
There's not much difference between the Ferrari and the McLaren.
I'm going to say my man Poms will win 87 here for race win. And surprise podium. I'm going to say Savoury Mince Pie for a surprise podium.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Let's see how well he does, because every time I say he'd be on the podium, he always crashes out or does something
Watch this.
stupid.
The four that we've picked will DNF.
So we got Poms, Def, Savoury, and Mitchie, which are all really close to each other. Do let us know in the chat and comments of the video when this video does go live whose your predictions are, and that's just great. It's quality. Thanks, game. Let us know who's your surprise podium and race winner tonight is, as we get set for 5 red lights here for the Canadian Grand Prix. Just waiting for a few back markers to come through. Just waiting for the Red Bull to get into its grid slot. Alright, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's a lights out, away we go. Max Mate gets off to a ginger stub. Zombie goes up into P1. Poms for the win, 97. Here he goes. P3 slowly.
Oh, there's
inside of Charlie.
Red Bull round. Who was that?
Charlie stays ahead of Poms as we come through the first chicane. Death Bros hounding Poms right now, but Zombie's getting away cleanly. There's a gap to Max Mate. Max Mate got the line very slowly. Death Bros hounding Poms, and he might get the move done here on the inside for the next chicane. Yellow flag sector 2, not sure what that's for, but we're on battle here with Death Bro. Death Bro cuts the corner. Savoury Mince Pie still in P6, but been hounded by DRC Jared. Goes down the inside of Savoury, doesn't get the move done. But Charlie is hounding Max Mate for P2. And as we complete lap 1, no safety car yet, unlike the last 2 races where we had lap 1 safety cars. As I think someone's
Corner
already
1
in the
safety
pit
car,
lane.
as you referring to.
Well, yeah. New Zealand Ryan's in the pit lane, so he must have some wing damage already. As Zombie has pulled a half a second gap to Max Mate, who started on pole. Got off to the line very slowly as the New Zealand run is at the back with Roscaram in 19th. As we're on board
Still
with
is looking for a move on Panache.
Savory and Jared swapping positions. Savory coming back at Jared. Jared gets a move done. Fish gets a time penalty.
Benny and Top Banter are going at it here. But I think Top Banter has secured the position and Benny's just driven straight into the wall.
Forrest Elba gets a 3-second time penalty. We're on board with Charlie. He's got a second gap to Ponce all the way at 87 here. Death Pro is just right there. Benny F1 has retired. There is the safety car there, ladies and gentlemen. It was bound to happen.
He purposely just drove into the wall, so there could be something for the stewards to handle.
Yeah, you might want to capture that.
I did.
Missed it. Oh, that could be some disaster there for Benny F1. And some drivers are taking the top. Yeah, that has definitely helped Ryan, who is second in the championship, who's behind Jared by 30, I think it was like 33 points.
Oh, Dill's
Jared does
having to double stack here, which is annoying for him.
And Ryan's back into the pit lane. Not exactly sure why. Unless they then change his wing. That's something with the Gammas. Broken Reptile is in the P11 here, ladies and gentlemen. Up 9 places.
Ryan is down 10 places.
Let's see who the big movers are with Forrest Elbow. No, Broken Reptile with 9. Berserk 7. Forrest Elbow up 6 places. The legendary Steve Bingham. DRC Jared up 4, Penske up 3, Panish up 4, and Zombie down up 1, I should say, with Maxmate down 1, Savory Mince Pie down 1, Fish 5, Mitchie 7, Roscoe 2, Dill 5, Banter 1, and Ryan 10, with Benny F1 DNFing, dropping 2 positions as well, but that was to be expected. Wow, chaos already here at the Canadian Grand Prix because Benny just retired, essentially. This will help out the likes of Penske as well because he does the nose stops. He tries and do the nose stops, so this will help him with tyre. With Broken Reptile gets a 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits. That's just great. I don't know how you would exceed track limits under a safety car. I mean, I'm one to talk though. But yeah.
Will there be a disqualification for exceeding track limits?
Yeah, question of the day. Will there be a disqualification in this race? Dill gets a 3-second time penalty.
I don't understand how you get penalties under safety car.
I think with the 5 seconds, it's definitely like some sort of like a glitch.
Yeah,
I mean, you have to...
Roscoe's just been caught with it, I think.
Yeah. Because if you just go off it slightly, it's 5 seconds, but if you fully track extend, it's a 3-second penalty. So I don't know if it's a glitch or not.
Safety car in this lap.
Safety car is in this lap, so we go down to the front runner of Zombie Hunter 44, who's backing up Max Mate into Charlie, into Poms, into Death, into Jared. But we go on board with Zombie. And Max Mate is hounding Zombie. He's like not staying behind him. As Zombie's now bolted through the final corner. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Zombie's put a half a second gap already to Max Mate. Max Mate's in trouble. Yellow flag, sector 1 and 3. I think that's green flag racing right now. Here comes AOR Charlie behind Max Mate.
Oh, as Broken Reptile and Master Berserk have a bit of a tangle there.
As Top Bender's got past an X-Deal for 18th. Mince Pie gets a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. No great surprise there. Yellow flag sector 1 there. Zek still has
Oh.
retired from the race. Will that trigger another safety car? I hope it doesn't, because we don't want to be stuck behind the safety car for another 3 laps. And it doesn't look like it has.
Master Berserk going up the inside of Berserk there. No, of Broken Reptile. Because you can't go up the inside of yourself. As Formula Fish looks for a move on Broken Reptile as well. Oh, it's a bit deep. He pulls it up though. No contact.
Gets the move.
Mitchie
Here
also
comes
gets
Jared.
past Broken Reptile.
Here comes Jared on Death Bro. Doesn't send it down the inside of the final chicane, because that will just be not great. Penske gets a 3-second time penalty as well as Death Bro. Pons for the win.
Broken
Is already
Reptile is just falling. He's lost 4 positions in 2 corners.
Yellow flag sector 1. I think it's Master.
Penske
no,
round. Penske.
Not the big Penske has spun it. Nijev Ryan's up into P17. Needs to claw his way back up a little bit with Poms for the win 87 here. Just a second behind AOR Charlie. Needs to get under that second barrier to get that slipstream on the back straight. Max Mate 7 tenths behind Zombie. Charlie's a further 8 tenths behind Max Mate. Oh, Death Bro's hit the wall. No, sorry, that was Jared, not Death Bro. My mistake is Death Bro sends it down the inside of Poms for the win. Looks like he got the move done. I think he has. Yes, he has. Poms getting that slipstream.
Oh, Berserk's gone. He's had a bit of a mistake here as Mitchie, and it looks like Alan is looking to capitalise. Will Alan send it down here on Mitchie? No, he doesn't.
And Poms for the win gets back ahead of Death Bro. Zombie sets the fastest lap of the race with a 13.5. So Jared has some wing damage. I did capture that. And Savory should be with it with a shout to overtake or re-overtake DRC Jared if he can keep up with him. But we go back on board here. Oh, I thought someone just went into the water. No, must have been a little bit of lag. But here comes on Death Bro. Look behind him. There's DRC Jared. Penske's into the pit lane. We see it in the front, thank you. And there is Poms for the win 87 here. Will he set? No, he's a bit too far back. Poms locks up a little bit. Yellow flag sector 2. I think that's Roscoe. Roscoe's around.
Yes, it is Roscoe.
I think he might have some wing damage.
I will check that.
I think
for
he
you.
doesn't. Berserk's
No,
dropping
he
some
looks
places.
to be fine.
Berserk's dropping some places. I think he might have had a bit of an incident. He's got wing damage. Fish gets a penalty.
And Master Berserk just puts it in the wall.
And it's a VSC. There's just a wheel right there.
Yeah, that's Berserk's wheel.
Yep. Death Break gets a 3-second time penalty. Charlie's 2.5 seconds behind Max Mate. He needs to pick up the pace a little bit. So, or Max Mate's 1.1 now. Charlie's 3 seconds. He definitely needs to pick up the pace if he wants to catch back up to Max Mate and Zombie.
And we're green racing.
There we go. Green flag racing. And Charlie's 1.3 seconds behind Max Mate. Max Mate's just under a second behind Zombie. So he should get that slipstream effect. Oh, Charlie hits the wall. I don't think he's got any wing damage. No, he doesn't. So he got away very, very lucky there. Poms for the win has dropped Death Bro outside the second. Jared's
Alan's
still
going
there.
up the inside of T1 on Mitchie here.
I caught the back end of that. Well, Mitchy's coming back on the inside. I think he got squirmy on the throttle. Will Mitchy send it down the inside? No, he won't. There's a bit of lag. Not
Top
sure
Band is just sitting here licking his lips, waiting for them to make a mistake.
So Ramos probably gets a 3-second time penalty. He's right there behind Jared. Something I probably
Mitchy
wouldn't
gets a
even
bit of
say.
traction on Alan. Who will brake later? Mitchy gets the move done, and Alan has to take the escape road.
Here comes Top Banter. New Zealand Rides joining to this party. GRC Jared and Savory Mince Pie battling out for P6 and 7 here. Can Savory get a manic run on this back straight towards the final chicane?
Wide.
Here comes Savory. He's going to go for it. He's going to. Oh, no, Jared's in the pit lane, so. He probably just couldn't handle that front wing damage any longer.
Top Banter's up the inside of Mitchy.
He gets the move done with New Zealand right behind him. Penske will want a safety car to happen. He's like 30 seconds behind Jared at the moment, but that will come down because Jared's in the pit lane. We go back on board
Savory's
with
got a bit
Pro.
swirly, and he's off the track. Panache gets the move for P7.
And Fish is moving the P8 as well. The Panish is in 7th. Forest Elbow, the legendary Steve Bingham is in P6.
And Alan is joining this fight as Savory Mince Pie takes the escape road. Alan will look to dive up the inside into the hairpin. Yes, easy. It's an easy move for Alan there.
As we're on board with Max Mate, trying to get close to Zombies. Charlie's hit the wall again. We go back on board with Death Bro, who's right behind Poms for the 87 here. Savory Mince Pie is in the pit lane.
Formula Fish is sniffing Panache here.
Go back on board with Death Bro, trying to overtake Poms for that P4 spot.
Alan's made a mistake. Alan has made a mistake and he's dropped back down to P12.
It's not great for Mr. Hugo, who's right behind New Zealand Ryan. We all know those two stories. As Bitches let Ryan go through, we go back on board with Death Bro and Poms for the 87 here. Max Bates 1.2 seconds behind Zombie. 1.5 now, so Zombie's probably got that better race pace than Max. He comes on Death Bro, looking for a move. Can't get it quite done yet. I think Poms might just have that better straight line speed, but here comes Death Bro. Gets a manic run out of the final corner. Well, he's sent around the outside of turn 1, gets the inside for turn 2. He's going for it. Death Bro down the inside of Poms for the win. He's got it. I think, yep, Death Bro has it, but here comes Poms straight back down the inside. No. Death Bro's got the move done for P4. Now they're 4 seconds behind AOR. Charlie for that 3rd place.
Alan and Broken Reptile have pit.
I was going to say Death Bro's got a couple of penalties, so he needs to catch up to Charlie quick smart, even though it's on lap 12 out of 35. We do have, 24 laps to go. We are back on board with Formula Fish. He's not really catching up the Forest Elbow. Probably waiting for that slipstream on this back straight. If he can get a better run out.
I'm on board with Poms, and he looks like he's going to go for the move on death into the chicane. Pom pulls out of that.
Death. I think he caught the corner a little bit there. Hopefully he got a warning.
Oh, Panache is into the Wall of Champions.
Panish and Bender going side by side here. But Banter's got ahead.
No, Panache has lost most of his front wing.
Yes, he has. Mitch is in the pit lane. Pom's 7/10 behind Death Bro. Forest Elbow's just under 4 seconds now. Formula Fish is still hounding him. He's catching, but I don't think he can make a move. Not yet. Straight is not long enough.
Will Ryan send it? No, he doesn't. He sticks behind his fellow Ferrari.
Jared's overtaken Roscoe for P11. And Roscoe's dropping outside of a second already. So something must have happened there. We're staying on board with Formula Fish. This Poms is doing something. No, he's a bit too far back. So we go stay on board with Formula Fish.
Well, this could get messy here as Ryan goes for the outside because I think Panache wants to pit.
Forrest Elbow gets a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, he just lays off. Smart choice there by Panache.
Panache gets a 5-second penalty for spinning in the pit lane. I just saw a red car fly across my screen. I mean, great lag this has. Fish is still hounding Forest Elbow. Top Bander's getting closer and closer to this battle.
As Formula Fish gets a 3-second time penalty.
Pumps for the win. 87. He is outside of a second to I'm Death Bro. So Death Bro's pulled a gap to Poms. Needs to catch up to AOR Charlie. But he's under a second of Maxmate right now. So he's done some good work to catch back up.
A Zombie is just pulling away.
Yep. Nearly a 3-second gap to Maxmate. I think Zombie might be on a cusp for a penalty. Here comes Top
Max
Banter.
gets a penalty as he exceeds the track limits coming through World Champions.
AY Charlie's in the pit lane on lap 15. Banter made the move on Formula Fish as Fish couldn't get the move done on Forest Elbow. So Banter's going to try and make a move on Forest Elbow for that P5. As Charlie will come out ahead of DRC Jared in P9. Fish isn't actually. I mean, I can speak English tonight. Fish isn't exactly falling off Top Banter as Fish is trying to make a move back. Banter on the grass. I think Fish looking for the move. No, he pulls out, gets back into the slipstream. Probably waiting for that long straight. As I'm Death Bro is 4.2 seconds behind Maxmate. As Panish is right behind Mitchie for 13th and 14th. But we're on battle, focus on this battle for 5th, 6th and 7th. And New Zealand Ryan's just right there as well. And the top two has stayed off. Yellow flag, Sector 1. I think it might be Penske.
It's VSR.
No, it's Ross. It is Ross.
Mr. VSR himself. As you call him.
Yes, the Lightning Barra for VSR is not having a great race. Down in P17. As Formula Fish has a 3-second time penalty. I mean, this is a great camera shot if there was no trees. But Banter, I mean, sure. Banter's a bit too far behind Forest Elbow to make a move. Ryan gets a 3-second time penalty. I think that might be his second one. Here comes Top Banter. Doesn't look like he'll make a move into hairpin. No, neither will Fish. But Forest Elbow doesn't get a great exit. Banter and Fish do. Comes Top Banter. Will he look for a move on Forest Elbow in the final chicane? He's close. He's gaining. Oh, but Forest Elbow does pit. So Forest Elbow pits. He held up Banter massively. So looked like he's going to do the undercut.
Where does he come out?
I think behind Jared.
He'll be in front of Jared.
Here comes Jared on the pit straight. He's got him. And the next one is Alan Hugo, but I think he might be ahead of Hugo.
Oh.
Yes, he will. Forrest elbow on that fresh rubber. As Hugo gets a 3-second time penalty, we go back on board. Yellow flag, sector 3. I think it's Mitchie. No. Panish got through.
Looks like he's missing some of his wing.
Oh
Yep.
dear.
Mitchie
Maybe
is in
something
the wall.
happened between. I think maybe something happened between those two. Mitchie's falling by the wayside.
See what
No
happens
front wing.
when you say surprise podium.
VSR Rushgrove gets a 3-second time penalty. As the front two have now pitted, Death Bro stays out. What does Poms do? He stays out. What does Banter do? He stays out. Same with Formula Fish. What does Ryan do?
Oh,
he stays out, of
Zombie.
course.
Zombie. He's being held by his teammate. Okay,
Man.
what? Okay, there's a bit of lag on my screen because
Yeah,
he was doing
that
donuts in the pit lane.
Yeah, that's just great. Great lag there. As Charlie has undercutted Zombie and Max, which potentially could mean Charlie is in a net race lead, depending when the top 5 pit. Oh, actually, no, Ryan will have the race lead because he's already pitted twice.
Well,
So
I think
Charlie,
everyone's pit.
I don't think Deathbro has.
I'll get the thing up. Stops. Death and Poms are the only two that haven't pit.
Okay, well that changes everything because now Banter will be in the net race lead, followed by Fish and New Zealand Ryan. So what does Deathbro and Poms come in now? Because it's half race distance, or over half race distance now. You get the 3-second time penalty. No, Deathbro stays out. What does Poms 387 do? He stays out as well. We go
The
back on
field
board
is
with
quite
Formula Fish.
spread, so the likelihood of a safety car is pretty unlikely. But you never know with this game.
Well, we got a 3-car scrap on here, 4P3 at the moment between Benta Fish and Ryan. Looks like Ryan's having some difficulties getting past Formula Fish, which is something I would never ever say. But looks like Ryan's struggling getting past that Fish.
Zombie is just reeling in Charlie here.
Zombie on the man on a mission. I mean, he's
About
bottled.
half a tenth corner.
Yeah, but half a tenth behind Charlie and Zombie. And Zombie's, as I was going to say, Zombie's bottled the first 3 races.
Oh. Charlie
It's
gets
a
a
bit
bit sideways
squirmy.
out of the middle chicane.
And Fish is like hovering between 7/10 and 9/10 of a second behind Banter, but Ryan gets a manic run. Death Pro is now in. Here comes Zombie. Well, there's Poms. I think Poms stays there. Yes, he does. Poms for the 197. He will take the race lead of the Canadian Grand Prix. Start lap 20.
Where does Death come out?
And Zombie gets a 3-second time penalty, so that was his brink. I think he'll be ahead of Jared. I think he will. Yes, he will be. But Jared will be right there behind him. New Zealand Ryan is actually caught up to Fulham Fish. Fish gets another 3-second time penalty. He's got that 1,600 of them.
Death has actually done the overcut on Zombie here because he has caught him.
I think, yeah, he has.
That could be partly Charlie holding him up though.
I think so as well. But we're on board with New Zealand Ryan at the moment, hunting down Formula Fish and Top Banter for a podium spot. Closest battle is Fish and Ryan. It's Hugo.
It's
Forrest
actually
Elbow.
Zombie
really
and
close
Charlie.
to each other. Here comes Ryan. We send it down the inside. No, he won't. He ran out of straight. But when he get the move done into turn 1, he gets not a great run out of the final corner. But that slipstream is helping. Doesn't send it. Zombie Hunter says the fast lap of the race. Zombie doesn't send it. Forrest Elbow and Hugo swapping places, but Oh, Hugo gets the move done on Forest Elbow, which is Steve Bingham for P9. Savory Mince Pie is right there in P11, and Max Mate is in P12. He's really falling away. Comes Zombie Hunter, doesn't get the move done on Charlie. We go back on board with New
We'll be
Zealand
waiting for the
Ryan.
back straight.
And yep, Zombie
Ooh.
will be waiting.
It's
Oh.
that little mistake from Zombie could cost him the run he will need on the back straight
Ryan
to
down
get
the
Charlie.
Ryan down the inside of Formula Fish for P3 gets the move done. Mitchell gets a 3-second time penalty.
Charlie
There's
went a
three
little bit
Dan
deep
Nevs.
into the hairpin. Move could be on here for Zombie.
We'll stay on board with
Pulling.
Formula Fish. Will he
Catching.
get the move back.
Zombie goes for the move into the Wall of Champions. Gets the move done.
Nice move there from Zombie. We just caught the back end of that as I'm Death Pro's right there. Fish is trying to hang on in there to New Zealand Ryan. As the field is sort of settling out at the moment. As the two battles is Ryan and Fish and Zombie and Charlie. But Zombie is 3.2 seconds behind Full and Fish, so he needs to get a hurry on if he wants to catch back up.
Oh, Zombie! Oh, Charlie, gonna go around the outside into the hairpin. A Zombie made a mistake coming through the middle chicane. Looking for the crisscross
Switch
here,
back.
but Zombie gets the better run though by the looks of things. Will the slipstream be enough? I don't think the Red Bull has the grunt.
Charlie and Zombie. Charlie's actually pushing Zombie at turn 1s and 2. But Zombie gets that acceleration because of that Mercedes engine.
McLaren.
I think McLaren were with Mercedes, still with Mercedes at that point, I do believe. Savory Mince Pie is catching up to Forest Elbow. It's under a second for that final points paying position. He just fall out of it just slightly. But he should use that McLaren engine or Mercedes engine to good use. But he's actually he's lost another 2/10 coming out of that chicane.
Does Pom's pit? No, he doesn't. Stays out for another lap. Is Pom's waiting for a safety car?
Maybe with 12 laps to go, Charlie gets a 3-second time penalty. I think that's his first one. So I think Zombie and Charlie both have one penalty each.
I will check that for you. Zombie has 2 penalties, and Charlie has 2 penalties.
Ah, well that's interesting because I thought he only had one. What does Poms have any? Poms has a penalty. Banter has 2 penalties. Ryan
Fish has
penalty,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 penalties.
Well, Ryan's on 2 penalties on the brink of a third. As Death Pro's actually caught up to Charlie. I think Charlie might have had a moment as we're looking at penalties. As Broken Reptile is back into the pit lane.
Death is on 5 penalties. 2 warnings.
Oh wow. And Mitchie gets a 5-second penalty for spinning in the pit lane. Which I think now will be he'll be a lap down. And Zombie gets another penalty.
And Deathbro got quite a good run out of the Wall of Champions. Does he look for the move up into T1? No, he doesn't. Stays
too far
behind.
back.
Basically pushing Charlie through this little chicane.
Top Bandits caught up the Poms for the win, so I think Poms might have had a bit of an incident. Hasn't got any punctures. So we've 11 laps to go.
If only we could see tyre wear like you can on Forza.
Yeah. And it looks like Roscoe will be put down a lap down as well.
Zombie looks to move on Formula Fish down the back straight here.
Well, we'll go back on board with Top Bandit. Can he make the move onto Poms for the win? 87 here.
Not too far back. The Zombie looks to go around the outside of Fish for the Wall of Champions. That's not going to work. As Fish picks up a 3-second time penalty. Zombie is going to be forced to go around the outside of turn 1. Can he make it stick? Yes, he can. As the inside for turn 2.
The tops of the banter hounding Poms for the win. 87 here. For that race lead, I think Poms' tyre wear will be screaming at the moment.
Although, Banter is only on 2-lap younger tyres than Poms. Oh, that was close. Sector 2 yellow flag, I think that's Panache. Yeah, it is. It's Panache. You there, Fry?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, I thought I lost you. And we have a virtual safety car. Alright, well, Fry is doing what he is doing.
So I just
Okay, you back?
trying to. Yeah, I'm still here. I was just trying to fix up the quality as best as I can.
Something with Wednesday nights, is it?
Yeah, looks like it. Do apologise. I don't know why it's like that.
Green flag
As
racing.
we go back, green flag racing is Top Enders lost a little bit of time to Poms for the win. 87 here. I think that might have just helped out Poms a little bit as Hugo's made a move on Jared for P8. No, Jared's back. Benza gets a 3-second time penalty. Panish is back into the pit lane. So Hugo's missed out, but he's looking to move.
Alan go around the outside of Jared here. Into the Wall of Champions. A little bit of contact.
Hugo gets the move done on Jared. Death Pro is back into the pit lane.
It looks like he's lost some front left wing.
So Mince Pie in the P9. VSR Roscoe I'm in the 16th.
Yeah, change your front wing. Yep. That just shows my commentator curse.
Roscoe has had another spin. Kind of wishing it was a full safety car. Top Bet has made the move on Poms for the win. 80-70 for the race lead.
As Poms fires it back up the inside.
Flag sector 1 and 2. Not sure what it's for.
Poms right up in that slipstream, looking to go up the inside of the Wall of Champions. Who will break later? Oh, Top Banter gets a little bit slippery out of the final corner.
Panish 3-second time penalty again. And New Zealand riders just right there.
Alan and Jared are still going at it.
I think Jared might just have to pull away. at the moment. Saving his place back in the P9. He's ahead of Forest Elbow 57 with 7 laps to go.
So Ryan
the
has
fight
caught
for the
up to
top
these
3.
two. You probably just said that.
Yeah. Could still be Ryan. This race could still be decided on penalties. I think Ryan has the least amount. Hugo back in the P8, catching Jared for 7th, but we're on board with New Zealand Ryan.
I think these guys are just going to go to the end now.
Yeah, I think Poms will as well. He's got nothing to lose really, except maybe a podium. But yeah.
Oh, was Ryan a little bit slippery on the rear end there?
And Zombie Hunter is actually catching up to this group as well. It's 2.2 behind Ryan. Now 2.1. Hugo and Jared going side by side again.
15 lap younger tyres. Sector 1 yellow flag, who's that?
Oh.
Sector 2 and 3.
It's Roscoe again. He's actually spun it again. Zombie's caught up to this pack. Got to stay on board with New Zealand Ryan at the moment. Looking for the move on Pom to win 87 here. Oh, nah. Ran out of straight. Needs a good exit. Kind of gets one. Poms goes on the grass a little bit. Comes Ryan. He's gaining. Not enough though. So Pom survives another lap with 5 laps to go.
The Zombie pulls in half a second in that final sector.
Jared and Hugo still battling out. I think Hugo might run out of the straight. Oh, he's going for it. Down the inside of Jared. But Jared holds on, has the inside line. There's Roscoe pits. I think he's like 2 laps down now. We go back on board with New Zealand Ryan here. Poms is outside a second off top banter.
Zombie is visually catching these guys. Does Ryan go for the move this time round? No.
No. Might be
He
making
gets
a
the better
move
run
in turn
though.
1 though. Zombie has caught up 2.5 seconds to this lot, but Ryan stays back behind Poms. Zombie sets the fastest lap of the race with a 12.194. Lap 32 of 35, 4 laps to go.
Alan, Jared still going at it. Will he have a dive up the inside of one here? He goes for it. Front left
And
lock
same
up.
result
Looking
again.
for the crisscross. Get the traction. No.
Ryan looking for the move on Poms for the win.
Oh, it was Alan picks up a 3-second time penalty.
Here comes Zombies. Poms off the podium. He's back in the P4. Zombies in the P3. Looking for a move on New Zealand Ryan. We go around the outside at the hairpin. Oh, doesn't get the move done, but they both
Not
get
enough
good traction.
track.
Going back sector 1, not sure who it is for. I think it might be Roscoe again. But here comes
No, it's
a Zombie Hunter.
I think it's Death.
And Zombie with the straight line speed overtakes Ryan. Zombie Hunter gets another 3-second time penalty.
Mitchie also grabs a 3-second time penalty.
Poms is still right there. Probably just waiting for these two to crash each other out. Hugo and Jared swapping places at the final corner. Jared's looking for the inside line. but Hugo
Fish
has
picks
it now.
up another 3-second time penalty.
Hugo's got the move on Jarrett on lap 33 of 35. Ryan's half a second behind Zombie. So if like sector 3, not sure who it is.
I think it's just lag.
Oh, yeah. Hugo, Jared and Savory all within a second of each other. Savory has actually caught up to these two because these two were battling a lot. With 7th, 8th and 9th.
The Zombie gets a little kiss with the Wall of Champions.
Won't bring New Zealand Ryan into play just yet. He's got 2 laps to go on lap 34 of 35. It's been a chaotic Canadian Grand Prix. We've already had 2 virtuals and a full-blown safety car. As Jared and Savory are right there with each other. This race will be decided on penalties by the looks of it. But Top Banter is your race leader as Mitchie has now retired from the session. Won't be enough for a safety car because 2 laps to go. Have a look at ball with Savory and Jared. Another yellow flag, sector 1. Not sure who that is. I think that might be Ross.
Oh, it's Max.
Oh, Max mate has spun it. So Forrest Elbow might look like Forrest Elbow looks like he'll be getting that 1 point. Ryan's down to second, but I think Zombie Hunter has more penalties than him. Death Break gets another 3-second time penalty. He's got like 1,700 of them already.
Disqualified.
We got back on board. Yep, there we go. It was bound to happen, so that's our first DSQ of the season, I believe.
Yep. The final lap.
So final lap. Roscoe's been
Roscoe
disqualified as well, so we had 2 in 2 laps. We'll lap in a bit. Where is Top Banter? Top Banter is coming towards the hairpin. We'll go back on board with Jared and Savory in just a second. And it looks like Top Banter will win this race on track, but I don't know how many penalties Banter has now. Here comes Top Banter doing a bit of a weave. Into the final chicane, War of Champions corner. Here we go. Here comes Top Banter. He will win the Canadian Grand Prix on track. Panis gets a 5-second penalty. Zombies in second. Where does Ryan go? Ryan actually wins. Where does Poms for the win? 80-70. Poms actually wins. Poms for win 80-70 is your race winner on penalties, followed by Ryan, Banter, Zombie, and Formula Fish. No, Charlie's in 5th now. Where does Alan Hugo come from? Where will he finish? He finishes 7th on track, stays 7th. Jared goes into 6th.
Savory's 9th.
9th. Panish finishes in 13th. And looks like Forrest Elbow, 57, will finish in P10. There's a battle on for P11 between Penske and Max, but it looks like Penske will run out of track. Yes, he will. So it looks like Max may get the 3-second time penalty. Penske does finish in 11th. Here comes Broken Reptile. He will finish in P14. And wow, so Poms for the win. 87 here has won the Canadian Grand Prix due to penalties. And I think he'll be absolutely stoked about that. As we get ready for the podium presentation.
So who's your driver of the day?
Driver of the day, I'm not sure.
I'm going to say Poms for the win.
Okay. So Matt's
Only
driver
3
of the day,
seconds of
Pomsel
penalties.
87. He's your driver of the day and getting the race win, followed by New Zealand Ryan and Top Banner. That is your podium. Zombie finishes in 4th, Charlie 5th, Jared 6th, Fish 7th, Hugo 8th, Savoury Mince Pie is in 9th, with Forest Elbow in 10th, with Penske, Max, Panish, and Broken Reptile, with the other points finishes with Mitchie, Berserk, Dill, and Benny, your DNFers, with Deathbro and Roscoe, your disqualificationers. So Poms for the win 87. He gets your driver of the day for tonight's Canadian Grand Prix. Well, next week is Monza for the Italian Grand Prix. I need to have a serious word with Mixer because it's 2 weeks in a row now that the video quality hasn't been great. So I need to have a serious talk with him. Follow Redline Racing League on Twitter to see updates because, yeah, that shit needs to get fixed out ASAP.
Yes.
Yeah, it's. I don't know why it's only on Wednesday nights. I honestly I don't know why. Every other night it's fine-ish, but Wednesday nights, nah, video quality needs to go down. So I don't know why it's doing that, but yeah. Yeah, just keep an eye on Redline's Twitter for updates of what to do with next week's race, because I honestly I don't know. Yeah, obviously I'll leave the standings at the end of the video. If this will get posted, I don't know. But yeah, until next time, it is goodbye, and we'll see you all next time. See ya.
Bye.